Alright, and welcome back to the channel, everybody, and I hope you're doing fine. So today it's gonna be loud and metal. Cringy intro. Done. Bro, come on. Alright, so today we're gonna talk about Metal Hellsinger, and it's basically Doom meets BEATSABER. Sounds interesting? Oh yeah, dude, and it's a lot of fun too. Now, as always, we cover a lot of topics in the review videos, so I'm using timestamps. If you're only interested in certain topics, just jump to them, be it art style, graphics, performance, the gameplay, or should you buy the game? That's probably why you clicked on this video. You can just navigate with those. Alright, let's get started. Never heard about it? Let me explain quickly. Metal Hellsinger. Alright, you can see in the background already, this is quite action-packed and fast-paced. Now, if you never heard about Metal Hellsinger before, I'm gonna give you a short explanation of the game. So, regarding story, you're in hell, you're a demon, and they took your voice, and you want that one back. And you get it back by defeating all the levels of hell. So, it's a rhythm-based FPS heavy metal game. And they have quite an amazing cast. We're gonna talk about that in a bit. So, in one sentence, this is Doom meets BEATSABER. I always like to talk about the people who create these games in my reviews, so it's created by The Outsiders, indie game developers. They are based in Stockholm, that's right there, and they have around 30 people and 2 dogs. But I don't think this is up to date. The credits show that there's actually 4 to 6 dogs. Maybe you want to update your homepage, huh? Also, if you never heard from them before, well, this is the only game that they released so far. They worked on Darkborn. The development for that one sadly stopped a while ago. Alright, so this is Metal Hellsinger. Let's go to the next chapter. Next up, we're gonna discuss the art style and the graphics. Now, always keep in mind with stuff like art and graphics and style of the game, this is always heavily influenced by personal opinion of the guy reviewing the game. Now, combat, honestly, it looks very similar to Doom, very enjoyable. The levels they're simple but pretty, which is totally fine for this kind of game. The cutscenes for the story, it is a little bit of a narrative style, so you do not expect any crazy CGI or something like that. It looks good, but it also is a little bit more on the minimalistic side. The effects are also pretty solid, but not going overboard. So they could probably do a little bit more there. I'm going to talk about that in what I think they could improve. If you're talking here about the effects, for example, the quick executions, they're getting very repetitive rather quickly. The UI is still acceptable. There's a lot going on the screen. There's really a lot going on the screen. But it is still manageable. I've seen worse. And I think most of the stuff is something that is just to absolutely, for flexing. If you have a big cluster of like trash AI and you have the explosive crossbow and there's just a massive cloud of big numbers on your screen, that feels good.
Now that's what a W looks like.
Now, can your PC run the game? Let's talk about performance. Alright, so this is always a rather short topic. Let's talk about the system requirements so you know if you can actually run the game. So the minimum requirements: Intel Core i5, GeForce RTX 1050 and 8GB of RAM. Now, you have to be careful here though. It says in the additional notes this is for 30 FPS in 1080p. Now, I don't know about you, and I'm not the biggest, frames whore, but this game with 30 FPS is probably not that enjoyable. So let's have a look at the recommended requirements, and that's the Intel Core i7. It needs, again, 8GB of RAM and an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060. So this is still okay. For 60 FPS in 1080p. Now, if you ask me, could I run the game properly? I had no issue, but you can see already in the description below my specs. I played this for 3090, and that is slightly overkill, I would say. I had not a single problem regarding frames, not a single hiccup during my whole playthrough. So that's nice. And that's it about performance. Let's go to the next chapter. A review without discussing the audio would be kind of pointless. Now we're gonna talk probably about the most important thing for the whole game, and that is the sound. Because, well, a rhythm-based FPS game that has shitty sound is probably a shitty game. But the sound is super far away from being shitty. I love metal music, and this game is insanely metal. So, sound is metal. Metal as fuck even. They have an absolutely bonkers cast. Like, it's legendary. I'm gonna drop the artists in the description below and also in the pinned comment. You will be quite surprised. So I don't know how they did that, but it adds so much to the game. Also, I like how there's a ramp up in music, so you build up fury, but doing nice combos, doing nice damage. And once you have the max level of fury, the voice kicks in. So you have constantly with the battle a ramp up in the music. And that feels so powerful, because if you fuck up, the music is getting a little bit less powerful, so you feel kind of like trash. But the moment you have these nice combos again, and the voice is starting to kick in, the singing starting to kick in, you feel like a fucking god. It's amazing. So I would say the sound is top notch. Now you're like, yeah, but Mike, there is more to a game than just, you know, the music. Well, normally I agree with you, but this is a rhythm-based FPS game. But let's talk about the sound effects, and to make this short and simple, they are good. They're fitting. Like, it sounds impactful when you use weapons. It's just nice. And the probably strongest argument for this game is that there is, well, that's actually a lie. There will be, or they promised in one of their social media posts, that there will be custom song modding. So again, it's not in the game yet. So at the point where I did this review, I only saw the social media post that this is gonna be added, and this is gonna be huge. This is gonna be insane. Like, the moment I can play this to, I don't know, my favorite songs from Metallica, Slipknot, System of a Down, Five Finger Death Punch, yo, you name it. You name it. Hit Me Baby One More Time, Toxic from Britney Spears, hey, no king shame, okay? That's probably possible too. So, yeah, the audio of this game right now already amazing. The moment they add the custom song modding, it's gonna be insane. It's not on the same level as Lord of the Rings, but let's talk about story and immersion. Well, there's not much to say regarding the story. It exists. Now, this sounds pretty harsh and pretty mean, but it's insanely simple. I'm not calling it bad. I enjoyed it, but it's very straightforward. There's like maybe one or two twists. And they were kind of obvious, but that's okay. Because honestly, who fucking cares? And I'm saying this with the utmost respect to the people who created this game. I like it that you added a story, even though it's very simple, because it's made me connect to the protagonist way more than if you would just do a rhythm-based FPS game and that's it. So thumbs up. Also, the voice acting for the game is top notch. Alright, should have probably mentioned that in the audio part, but hey, so, but lots of buts and stuff like that. The story won't carry you away, but the combat and the songs, they will. Some like it gentle, some like it hard. Let's talk about difficulty. What else? You pervert. So in total there are 3 settings for the difficulty. The first one is Lamp, the second one is Goat, and the third one is Beast. Going from super easy to quite challenging. I played my playthrough on Goat difficulty. And it was just the right sweet spot. So it was not too challenging, I could enjoy the game. But if I didn't pay attention, well, there was the risk of dying. So that was nice. I did try Beast, and I also tried off-stream Lamp. So Lamp is really just, you're playing this just to see stuff explode, and Beast can be quite challenging. It actually took me then multiple tries to finish a level, at least from the higher levels. The game itself is well explained, so you have at the beginning a little tutorial that explains most of the stuff, or almost everything, and the rest you just learn by playing. So, well done regarding that part. Now, difficulty for me is always an interesting topic, to be honest, because I have no issue with a game being brutal and being really, really difficult, as long as it's fair and fun. The moment a game has stuff like input reading, you know, or some other random bullshit or some unfair mechanic, I'm losing the fun very quickly. That was not the case with Hellsinger. Even on Beast difficulty, it still felt fair and fun. And next, how does the gameplay feel like? The gameplay of Metal Hellsinger is pretty straightforward. Not the biggest surprise for a rhythm-based FPS game. So you hit your shots to the beat, which increases the damage and the fury, and it's also the way to build up the ultimate. That's it. That's literally it. So, regarding weapons that you have, the variety is kinda okay-ish. You do have 5 or 6, and you pretty quickly realize that maybe there's only 2 or 3 that actually are fun for you. All of them are viable. All of them are viable. They all have their own rhythm, their own beat, which adds another nuance to the gameplay, which is fun. There might not be a lot of weapons. There might not be a lot of traits or perks or whatever you want to call that you can equip before you enter Hell. What I did like though was the variety of enemies. You have quite a bit. So almost every Hell, and maybe I'm wrong, I think every level of Hell that you enter adds at least 1 more enemy, which is cool. Keeps the gameplay fresh. The unique selling points. Why should you be interested in Metal Hellsinger? Now, there's a couple reasons why I think this game is pretty interesting. The first one is the songs are amazing. I already said that a couple times, but some people navigate with timestamps and then they would miss that. So yes, I do say a couple things 2 or 3 times during one of these videos. I personally think that these songs are even custom made just for this game. So I don't think you find them anywhere else yet. I hope they will release the soundtracks for the game pretty soon because I want them. The strongest argument why this game is pretty cool is the custom music modding. Now, of course, I said at the beginning, well, it's not in the game yet. So I trust the developers that they will add that soon-ish. This will also increase your playtime by a lot, because the playtime of the game, I played it on GOAT settings and was a little bit over 6 hours. That includes that I played one of the levels on the highest difficulty. It's probably a little bit below 6 hours. But the moment I can play my own songs, there we go. Replay value unlocked. Metal Hellsinger, in my opinion, is the definition of video game fun. There is competition on the leaderboard if you want to, but I don't care about the leaderboard. I had an amazing time just blasting stuff. Imagine you're coming home from a long day at work. Work sucked. Your boss is a dick. You start this game, and I think you will forget about it pretty quickly. Let's summarize quickly, what did I like? Okay, always keep in mind my personal opinion when we talk about stuff that I like or that I think can be improved. The music is legendary. I had the topic already like a bazillion times in this video. It is super satisfying to kill stuff and to shoot in the rhythm and get the fury going and get the fucking voice to the songs, and that's super powerful. In total, I think I had one bug. And that was just a visual thing that like you only could see the barrel from the pistols or something like that for 3 or 4 seconds. Otherwise, this game for me was bug free. Sadly, nowadays you have to mention something like that a game does not have a lot of bugs. The voice acting was well done. I absolutely loved the dude who made the voice acting. I also liked that the guns felt heavy. This is hard to describe. Sometimes you shoot guns and it feels like you're shooting an airsoft gun or you're shooting some toy guns. That is not the case with Metal Hellsinger. Now there's more stuff that I like, but otherwise the video is getting way too long. So regarding the stuff that I like and I think they can improve, I always try to limit myself to 5 points.
Rock on.
No game is perfect. What would I like to change? Then you know me, I can be quite a nitpicking bastard, so I did one playthrough, including all challenges on the GOAT difficulty. One exception, I played one level on Beast difficulty. And it was around 6 hours. A little bit over 6 hours. For an indie game that is alright, especially for like $30. But I know already a few people who say $30 for 6 hours. Ooh, I say it's worth the experience. Especially with the custom music modding. But I'm gonna talk about that in the next chapter. There's 2 more things where I was not super happy with. The variety of weapons was kinda limited. I only enjoyed playing like 3 of them. So yeah, of course, man, now you can say, well, that's a you problem. But still, I think there's in total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7. I can't remember right now. Dang good. A+ review material here. A bit more maybe? There's so much that you could add. An axe would have been nice, just saying. But again, nitpicking, complaining on a very high level. Another thing though, the bosses, the boss fights, they had quite some variety regarding the regular AI that you fight, but the bosses... Well, I'm not gonna spoil it now how they look, but pretty similar each time. Thumbs up or thumbs down, let's talk about playtime and replay value. Now I just checked and I stopped playing Metal Hellsinger after 6.5 hours. Whole game completed, all challenges completed, all on medium difficulty, exception 1 level on the highest difficulty. With that being said, 6.5 hours sounds... That's not a lot of playtime, right? However, if you play it on the highest difficulty, can't talk today, you give yourself a nice challenge and that will give you way more playtime. On top of that, there's a leaderboard, and if you want to compete in that, get some higher rankings, some higher spots, you will probably play this game a lot if you're into this kind of thing. For me personally, this will be a game that I will frequently return to once they have custom music modding. I just killed some demons for fun to some nice sick beats. Then I'm gonna put it aside again, after a couple days or weeks, new song that I like, hey, load it into the game. I hope it works that way. We don't know yet. But then I think you will get some nice replay value out of Metal Hellsinger. The reason why you clicked on this video, should you buy the game? Now, I truly like this question because it's so difficult to answer. I always try to make these super detailed reviews so you can decide at the end for yourself. Now, it is brainless entertainment, which is not a bad thing. It's the same why we like watch action movies in the cinema and stuff like that. It's lots of fun. Like, in one sentence, lots of fun. Right now, it costs $30. I mean, it always depends from which country you're buying. But I think once, this is important, the custom music modding is added, this is totally worth it. And it's just perfect to unwind after a stressful day. Final chapter, my personal rating. So I'd say we quickly summarize this before I give you my final rating. So the pros, music, of course, then the rhythm-based killing is giving you this extra satisfaction. Basically no bugs. Yes, there was this one visual bug with the barrels missing, but that is whatever. And, you know, nowadays. Voice acting, really good, and the guns feel heavy. They feel like they have an impact, and they're cool to shoot. On the nitpicking side, we have, well, the custom music modding is not in the game yet, so I kind of want to be careful with this. I don't want to overhype it, and then it's either not working, it's not coming, or it sucks, you never know. Then, kind of gun variety and boss variety, and of course the playtime. But that's it. Now, I would give this game 8.5 out of 10. You can let me know in the comment section how many points you would give it. I saw a lot of ratings being 9 out of 10. I give it 8.5 out of 10 and will probably jump to a 9 out of 10 once they have the custom music modding. I already gave them a lot of score. This just, I don't know, for 10 out of 10, more guns, more weapons, maybe more different styles of executions. That's probably difficult because they have to happen fast and, you know, in sync with the beat. But yeah, 10 out of 10 is really difficult. Like, listen, if you like these kind of games, buy it. Totally worth it. And that's it. Let's roll the outro. Fast action, fun, and metal. Lots of metal. Happy to get another review done. Feel free to share the video with your friends. That would help me out a lot. You know, the channel is not the biggest yet. People who already help me out a lot can be seen here, my patrons. Rock on, guys. Thank you for watching. I have already a few more reviews in the making. Hopefully they come soon. See you in the next one. Until then, have a good day and bye bye.